in their businesses and in their personal lives as well. I'm obsessed with neuroscience, and you may have heard me speaking about a modality that I have created that is a mixture of psychology, neuroscience, and spirituality as well. So if you have heard me speak about this modality and you want me to go through it, then I'm going to do that now. Right, so how it works is your body is it holds all the information about you, that holds all your emotional trauma is held in your central nervous system. Now, your central nervous system is connected to your brain. Now, the part of the brain that the central nervous system is connected to is called the limbic system. Now, the limbic system rudimentally is made up of three parts. The basal ganglia, which stores your automatic behavior. So, you know, that thing where you've learned to walk and write, you know, and all the things that you do automatically are stored in this area of the brain called the basal ganglia. Next to the basal ganglia is a part of the brain called the amygdala. And the amygdala is responsible for controlling your emotions, right? And so then next to the amygdala is another area called the hippocampus. And the hippocampus is where you store your memories. So if you think about it, your memories, your feelings, and your automatic behavior are the things that are happening in your life that you're not aware of. Those are the responses that you are having automatically to life. And because they are automated, you don't realize that it's going on, right? So if you have bad habits, they're stored back there, okay? Now, where this comes into, okay, so let me just tell you a little bit more. Just want to put that into reference. So the limbic system, those three parts that I just told you about, the basal ganglia, amygdala, and the hippocampus, they are present in every mammal, right? They are connected to the spinal, they are connected to the nervous system that controls the muscles. Yeah, it goes straight down your spinal column. Now, this part of the brain is about 2 million years old and it hasn't evolved, right? So fundamentally, it's designed, that part of our brain is really designed to keep us physically safe. So all of your responses to the change in your environment are experienced, first of all, in the subconscious. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's designed, that part of the brain just wants to keep you eating, sleeping, and procreating. That's what it's for. Now, that would be great, except for the fact that we are human, and what separates us from the rest of the animal kingdom is the fact that we have something called the prefrontal cortex. Now, the prefrontal cortex is this bit at the front of your brain. It is where you do all your executive reasoning and thinking. It's what makes you you. All your dreams, your ideas, your hopes are kept in the prefrontal cortex. Awesome, right? Except for the fact that when you try to do something, if you've ever experienced procrastination, overwhelm, self-sabotage, what's happening is your prefrontal cortex, that part of your brain that is awesome, that makes you you, is coming up with new ideas and things that you want to do. Now, the chances are you've never done these things before. And so what happens is you create a discord between the animal part of your brain, which is about 2 million years old, right? And the prefrontal cortex, which is about 40,000 years old. And that's where that struggle is coming from, because what you want to do is coming into conflict with what your body wants you to do, which is eat, sleep, and procreate. So this modality that I have created called Radical Resilience is designed to cross the barrier, to open the bridge between the subconscious mind and the thinking logical prefrontal cortex, right? So what I want you to do, in order to open this gateway, you need to go into the emotion. You need to get into your nervous system. That's why you can't move forward. That's why we get stuck. That's why we procrastinate, because our body is stuck. Our body doesn't feel safe with some of the wonderful things that we want to do with our lives moving forward. So how do you overcome this? Well, it's fairly simple, to be honest. Wherever you touch yourself on your body, your attention goes there. So your heart has what are called neurons, which are the same cells that the brain contains. Now, in your heart, you've got about 40,000 of these cells. So that means, and you've also got them in your gut as well, by the way. So that means your heart and your gut can process memories in the same way that the brain does, right? But without the cognitive reasoning, without the thinking getting in the way. So if you are stuck, if you are procrastinating, if you are feeling overwhelmed, what's happening is your body, your nervous system is receiving a signal from the brain saying that this isn't safe. So what you do is you put your hand on your heart. Now do this skin to skin, just underneath your clothes, and feel your heart beating. I'm going to walk you through this process, so do it with me. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in with your hands on your heart, and just say, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe, and breathe. And as you breathe, you will feel your heart begin to relax. Your blood pressure will drop, your body will relax. And in this state, what you do is you ask yourself some questions about whatever it is that you are experiencing. Now, the more intelligent a question you ask, the deeper the answer. But it doesn't have to be specific. You just need to go in with the intention. So you put your hands on your heart, you breathe. You affirm, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. And then what I want you to do is feel, really feel for the emotion that you are experiencing. Now you will be experiencing one of 6 things: anger, disgust, fear, joy, sadness, or surprise. Now I want you to feel which of those 6 emotions are you experiencing, because you are experiencing this in your body. You are experiencing it, right? Is it anger, disgust, fear, joy, sadness, or surprise? Now, once you get a sense of which emotion you are experiencing, the initial one, you may feel you may feel others as well, but I want you to just focus on the first one that comes up for you. What I want you to do then is, whilst you are experiencing this emotion, is to feel for the feeling that is attached to the emotion. Now, feelings are different from emotions. Emotions are a physiological chemical reaction coming from your brain being experienced in your body. Your feelings are subjective. They are your interpretation of what you are going through. So they're not always going to be the same, which is what makes them so powerful. It's really important to expand and express our feelings and to have a vocabulary that can encapsulate and capture what it is that we are really going through. So as you call up the emotion with your eyes closed and your hands on your heart and you're breathing and affirming that you're safe, I want you to feel for the feelings that you are feeling. Now, if, for example, you are experiencing the emotion of anger, you may be feeling disgust, not disgust, that's an emotion. You may be feeling frustration or annoyance or grief, or something that will come up that is in resonance with the emotion that you are experiencing. And then as you identify the feelings, the more feelings you can identify, the more you'll feel this kind of deep dive into yourself. Call up as many feelings as you can and be really patient with yourself, but really listen to what's coming up for you. And then as you explore your feelings, as you start to identify your feelings, what I want you to do is to think about, to find out what you're thinking. So you need to identify the thoughts that are associated with the feelings and attached to the emotions that you are experiencing, because they are building upon each other. And this is what this whirlwind sensation of procrastination and sabotage and doubt is actually feels like, right? So as you start to think about the thoughts, so your thoughts will be things like, maybe things like in the example of anger as an emotion and feelings of grief or annoyance or frustration, you may be thinking about something that you've done or something that has been done to you, and you will have thoughts about that. So you could be thinking things like, I wish that person hadn't done this, or I should have replied this way. I'm so silly. That was such a stupid thing. And you'll be having a conversation and you'll be telling yourself a story. Now, it's really important to identify the story that you're telling yourself, because this is all adding to this soup of negative feeling that you are feeling and this experience that you're having. Once you have identified the emotion, the feelings and the thoughts, the final thing that you need to grasp is the belief, because the belief is like the cocktail stick that's keeping this all together. Now, a belief is an I am statement. It is something that you are affirming about yourself in a negative way that you believe is true. So an I am statement is likely to be really dark and really deep. I want you to feel for the heaviest I am statement that you have going on in your body. So they're likely to be around things like worthiness and lovableness and abandonment or rejection. So, and they're going to be fearful, and they're going to cause discomfort in your body because you are having a physiological fear response to whatever you are thinking in your mind. So I want you to identify the I am statement. So what have we got here? We've got the emotion, one of the 6: anger, fear, disgust, sadness, joy, or surprise. Then you're going to have your feelings, then you're going to have the thoughts, and finally you are going to identify the I am statement. Once you have identified the I am statement, what I want you to do is to sit in the discomfort, really feel it. The chances are you're going to cry, to be honest. Every time I've done this with a client, they cry. So be prepared to cry. It's going to be uncomfortable because you're releasing it out of your nervous system. So as you start to feel the discomfort and it's icky, ouch, be brave. Okay, this will pass. I promise you, I've got you on this. It will pass. Okay, but what I want you to do, once you've got all of the ball of that negative stuff, I want you to visualize it just being, I don't know, like a shadow or a person or something to the left of your mind. So just to the left of your mind's eye, just put it to the left. And then what I want you to do is to keep your eyes closed. Your eyes are closed anyway, right? Is to move your eyes left and right, left and right, left and right. Now, why is this so important? Well, what you are doing with this action is telling your brain that you are not in danger and that you are safe, because your brain can't tell the difference between an imagined fear and a real fear. So a fear that you have about a relationship, say, for example, you've just split up with somebody and it's hurting you, and all the trauma that's being triggered in your body by that, what's happening is your brain thinks it's real. You're having, that this person is attacking you, that you are under threat, that you're going to die. So that's why it's stopping you from doing whatever it is that you want to do. And that's procrastination. With your eyes closed and then moving the left to the right, left and the right, left and the right, what you are doing is saying, I'm safe, right? And then what will happen is as you visualize yourself, you see yourself walking forward. This is forward motion. You are passing the drama, the fear, whatever that is, and you are in green pasture land, according to your brain, right? So once you feel this trigger, this release, and I promise you'll feel it. It's like a pop. You'll feel this pop, right? I want you to affirm what's true, because in physics, the law of physics is when you take something out, you must replace it, because nature abhors a vacuum, right? So what you must do then is to just affirm what is true. I'll help you out with this. I am safe. I am kind. I am loving. I am strong. I am compassionate. I am beautiful. I am healthy. I am loving. I am lovable. I am loyal. I am giving. I'm successful. I am rich. I am abundant. Whatever it is that you need to experience to make yourself feel good, affirm it now. And then as you do this, you will feel the energy in your body shifting. You will feel yourself becoming lighter and lighter and beautiful. You will feel safe. You will feel grounded. You may feel a little bit spaced out, to be honest, because what's happening is your brain is now releasing some really juicy neurochemicals that we love. Serotonin, endorphins, dopamine, everyone's favorite one, dopamine, which is the one that tells you I am freaking awesome. So that's it. That's radical resilience in a nutshell. I invite you to do your own research. What you need to have a look at is a practice called somatic release, which is available on YouTube. Alternatively, you can just keep following me. DM me if you would like to learn more, I guess, and that would be awesome. So I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it's been of value to you. Please do share your comments. Let me know how this process works for you, and share. Sharing is awesome. Okay.